It's time we wake up and stop playing victims. I'm going to tell you a story. It's a story about a disassociative society. So in this society, this dude was just walking out his front door, gonna go to work, goes to take a step into his garage, and there's a scooter right below the step. He steps on the scooter, falls, and breaks his foot in two places. I really did do that. So he gets up and he's like, "You motherfucking scooter." And then he's like, "You motherfucking leg." He hobbles his way into the car, and it was his right leg, so he had to drive with his left leg. He can't go to the doctor's office without a coffee, so he goes to the gas station, hobbles in. He's got a hole in one leg because he got stabbed with the scooter, so there's blood dripping down it. People are staring at him because he can't walk on his right foot, so he's just like barely limping on it, and there's blood running down the other leg. He's like, I'm fine. Just need a coffee before I go to the doctor." I really did do that too. But anyway, he gets to the gas station attendant, and he's like, "You're not gonna believe what this motherfucking leg did. I was walking, minding my own business, headed out to work, and it stepped right on a scooter. Knowing that I could not handle that, I would fall, and this leg broke my foot. Can you believe that? I'm so sad." And he starts crying. And then he's like, "When I get to the doctor's office, I hope they cut that fucking leg off. Like, how dare it? I've kept it attached to me this whole time, fed it with the food I eat. I shave it so it looks pretty. Okay, maybe the dude's a girl. I even work it out so it looks sexy. And it betrays me, steps on a scooter and breaks my foot. If that doctor doesn't cut my leg off, I hope it wraps it up, binds it so that it can never be seen again. Hope it gets punished real good." So he gets to the doctor's office, and the doctor puts a cast on it. Says it has to wear for 6 weeks or something. And he's like, 6 weeks? That's it? That's all you're gonna do? All you're gonna punish it for? How inconvenient for me. And he's like, "That's it. I'm doing something about this." He gets a group of his friends together. He tells all his friends what happened to him from his leg, and they decide it's all right legs. Right legs are against us. They have put up with way too much shit. Friends talk about how their right leg has tripped them once, how one time they got kicked by a right leg, and they decide to start a protest. And they start this protest marching in the street using their right leg. The protest, not even realizing it's still supporting them. Their protest eventually leads to law. And the law is that you have to bind your right leg. You have to hide it from view because now it's illegal. Illegal to show that you have a right leg. You basically have to try not to use it because it's going to betray you. Go to part 2. If you didn't watch part 1 to hear the story, make sure you do. You'll be glad you did. So the disassociative society that I talked about in the story in part 1, that's us. It might sound ridiculous to you because of the way I put it. That's how I'm going to help you understand. You see, literally, anything that you experience in your life, anything that you see, just have any experience, is just as much as part of you as the leg was to the person in the story. Because literally, we cannot experience something that we do not resonate with. And by resonating, what I mean by that is there is a pattern in you that matches the pattern in the experience that you're seeing energetically. So if you think of it in terms of vibration, you basically are sending out a vibration of what you would feel if you were to experience something in your life. And so the universe then shows you an experience that matches the vibration that you're sending out. Now, most of our vibration, most of what we experience is subconscious, meaning we are unaware of it. Say it's 95%, but I don't know how they come up with a percentage. It's probably more than that. But what we do is we say, so-and-so did this to me, so-and-so did that to me. We feel bad because of all of the traumas that have happened to us. We also say, that earthquake took my home, tsunami killed my son, COVID killed my dad. Sometimes we're victims of ourselves. We say, I'm not good enough. I just can't seem to do it. There is a me that's outside of me that makes it so I can't. I can't quit my addiction. It's impossible and I've tried. I've done everything I can. Maybe you lost a leg in a car accident, and you're saying, that car accident took away my leg. Car accident took away my spouse. I can't seem to grow back a leg or make my spouse be alive. I can't seem to get a house. For real, I'm still homeless. But is it really anyone's fault? Is it anything's fault? Is it a me outside of me's fault? I'm not talking about shifting the blame to you. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to stop blaming. The only reason why you would be triggered by this is because of your judgment on yourself if you were to take responsibility for your own life. The judgment that you have on yourself if you took responsibility for the experiences that have happened in your life. So I've been abused. So I'm not excluding myself. If I did not have that vibration of someone who has been abused before I was abused, I would not have experienced it. This is part 3. Make sure you watch parts 1 and 2 to get the whole story. You see, we are not disconnected. Just like this body is connected to my leg, a victim is connected to a perpetrator. You are connected to the earthquake that destroys your home. You are connected to the car wreck that you experienced. But here's the thing. People will tend to freak out, say, no, I didn't do that, I did not cause that. But the reason why they say that is because they have no awareness of it, for one, and because they have a judgment on it. For instance, since I have been abused, this would be like me saying it's my responsibility that someone else beat me up. And in a way, I am saying that. I'm saying it just like you would take responsibility if you stepped on a scooter and broke your foot. But you don't get mad at yourself like you did something wrong and feel guilty about it or bad about it in that guilt way, that shaming way. Because you understand that it was an accident, it just happened. It's the same with life. We are not limited to the physical that we are experiencing. We are the one above the experience. That's how I'll put it anyway. You are here experiencing physicality. And it's really difficult to fix physicality because physicality is a result of the beliefs and assumptions which are mostly subconscious. So what I'm suggesting is that you realize who you are. You are the one experiencing physicality. If you have an experience where you're the victim or the perpetrator, take back your power and realize that you actually cannot be destroyed because you are not limited to this physicality. There's no force out there trying to take you away. You're experiencing the patterns of belief in humanity. And when I say wake up, I'm saying wake up and realize that you can have a different experience the more you remember who you are and that you actually do have power. You cannot be destroyed, and there's nothing that's doing anything to you. Your experience is the result of the subconscious assumption and beliefs in the physical body that you are experiencing. Change the subconscious beliefs and assumptions. Only do this by becoming more aware and waking up to who you are. This is part 4 and my final conclusions. So paybacks, revenge, justice, an eye for an eye, punishment. It's really, really stupid and ignorant. That's what it is though, ignorance. From a lack of understanding that it's your leg, that you're connected to it. It's you too. We've been looking at it like they did this, they did that. Let's punish them. There is no they. If you don't want to experience things that are someone attacks you in your sleep. Yes, that's happened to me twice. You need to see it differently, perceive it differently. You need to stop looking at it as poor me, I experienced this horrible thing that happened to me. Nothing happened to you because you are not the physicality. who are experiencing the physicality. I say it's time for us to realize the connection between us all and have compassion on us all. Because literally the experiences are one and connected. If you don't want people hurt in the world, you need to realize they are a part of you, an extension of you. What would you need for healing? We need to start asking those questions so that we know how to address things that happen in the world that we see as damaging. This is why I'm saying that the justice system in the world, the government, they're going about it in an ignorant way. You can't fight hate with hate and not cause more hate. You have to look at both victims and perpetrators with compassion because the situation between them was connected. And the fact that you're seeing the situation, you seeing the situation, and them in the situation, it's connected. It's all connected. There is no they. So let's start asking questions as, how do I need to heal? And when you look at other, how do I need to heal?